PR agency these days is a multitude of things. I think one of the things that fascinates me is that back in 1990, when I first started in PR, the agency I worked in did one of the largest direct marketing campaigns. It had an advertising agency, it had a research and planning department. For me, the PR agency of the future is basically going back to the future. We are going back to our roots: content, research, planning, strategy, big campaign platforms, and being truly creative. I think one of the things that we lost in the intervening 20 years is we lost the right to call ourselves creative agencies, and we need to claim that back. So 2014 was a successful year for us. We grew a little bit. The two or three things that definitely drove that: social continues to drive our business. In EMEA, we're seeing a large percentage of our revenue and our growth being driven by social and in a very integrated way. I think content is another thing that is incredibly important. All of our operations have got some form of content factory, if that's a good way to describe it. And thirdly, I think our traditional business, the business of influencing and stakeholder relations, continues to be very important. Ultimately, we're serving both CMOs and CCOs now. Our business is being driven by a huge growing demand, not just from the CCOs, but from CMOs. So as an agency, what we're trying to do is make sure we can serve both those markets. Ultimately, it's about trying to make sure that we can deliver the best PR product for CMOs. There's a huge demand, I think, in their minds for what they would call earned media. And ultimately, I think based on our heritage and based on what we've done in the past and what we intend to do, we are the agency for earned influence. That's basically what we stand for: earned influence, and that's what CCOs and CMOs want.